Good morning, everyone. It is another beautiful day here. It is supposed to get up to 70 degrees again today. This will be day number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, I believe, that we've just had beautiful, glorious weather. And on Monday, my husband had taken the day off in order to have an extra long, weekend. And we went somewhere in Ohio, and I just wanted to share with you some of what I found. Now, I do regret not getting out my camera and filming because I had no idea just how wonderful this place would be, and I did not come prepared. But I do want to show you a little of what I found and tell you a little bit about the place. So the place is called Cherry Valley Furniture and the Barn Store Bulk Foods. And this is Amish crafted solid hardwood furniture, bulk foods, gifts, and it says much more. Well, I thought it was only going to be like the furniture part. That's kind of because when we had drove by this like last year and it was closed, so we didn't stop there. The sign just said Cherry Valley Furniture, Amish handcrafted. So we had no idea about the bulk foods part. And that's the part that was really exciting to me. So anyways, it is right outside of Andover, Ohio. And it's just a fascinating place. And in this particular instance, it is literally the Amish people who are waiting on you, who are talking with you, and who are helping you. And they were so courteous, so kind. They went above and beyond the call of duty when it came to how they treated their customers. It was such a wonderful experience to be there. It was pleasant to be there. So let me show you one of the things that I got there was, it's called, now I've heard of this, but I've never ever tried it. I've never even seen it near where I live, but it's called frog jam. We just had to try this. We thought this was kind of neat sounding. And according to the ingredients, it says there's cane sugar, water, figs, red raspberries, orange juice, pectin, ground ginger, and citric acid. So as you can tell, the ingredients are very clean and pure, and that's kind of what I like the best about this place is it didn't have all that long list of additives. And like this is egg noodles. Listen to the ingredients. Extra fancy wheat flour, water, and egg whites. Yep, that's it. My goal is in here. So that was kind of, I just like that. I like the fact that it was, just all natural and pure ingredients. So yeah, now like this here, this is something my husband picked up because as I was looking at all the bulk foods, he's looking at the snack foods, right? And this is just corn chips, but this one does contain canola oil, so that's a little iffy, but it doesn't have any of the long list of other ingredients in it. It's just whole grain corn and vegetable oil, it says, but then underneath it says it contains canola oil. So that must be their vegetable oil. I'm not a fan of canola oil, but hey, how often do we eat corn chips? The other thing that my husband found is some marinade rub for his smoker. And the reason why we got this is because it was big. This is like 12 ounces almost. And so around here, most of them are just a lot smaller, more of the size of a normal, herb and spice jar, that size. So he ended up picking up this. And this was nice also because, see, it's just pure herbs and spices. That's all that's in here. So that was nice. And then I picked up, I've never heard of this brand, but it's called Butler's. I got lemon extract. I like lemon extract in my, in cookies. And then I make I make a lemon pound cake, and I love the taste of lemon. And sometimes just having a little bit of extra lemony flavor can just make a nice oomph. So I went ahead and picked this up, and this was only $2.98. And it was 2 fluid ounces. And every one that I find around here in the grocery stores, I mean, they are really tiny. So we got that. The other thing I got, and yeah, there's a theme here with lemon, I got some lemon drop. It's stevia drops, but it's flavored with lemon. And I thought that was interesting because we use stevia and we use monk juice, but I like just the light taste of lemon in my water. And I thought, well, you know what? We don't like drink soda or anything like that. And I just thought this will kind of like sweeten up just a little bit instead of having, bad stuff for you. So anyways, oh, and the other thing I found there was a big bag, 2.62 ounces of navy beans. And this was $5.19. I don't know if that was good buy or not. At that point, I really didn't care because where I live, navy beans are hard to find. You can find northern beans, and a lot of people believe that northern beans are similar or just the same as navy beans, and they're not. They're bigger and they don't have the texture of navy beans. So if you want to make homemade Boston baked beans, these are the beans you need. And I just find I've had to like order them from Vitacost, or Swanson online because I can't find navy beans that are dried. I can find plenty of them in the cans, but not dried. So I was thrilled to find this. And let's see, what else? Oh, my husband just had to pick up some summer sausage. Oh, yeah. So what can I say? This has got all the... This is manufactured in Ohio. It's Troyer brand. So, yeah, he had to get that. But... let's see, what else did we pick up? He picked up more snacks. My husband's picking up snacks. And we got honey wheat pretzel braids. So again, this just doesn't have a lot of the garbage in it. And that's what we liked about it the most. It doesn't have all those other ingredients. But my very favorite purchases of all was as soon as we walked in there, this is what I saw. And so yeah, this is going to make a lot of noise when I go to pick it up, but you'll understand why. Isn't that beautiful? And I've been wanting one for a long time. And this particular one is called Songbird. And they probably had, probably over 50 different melodies. And sizes. Like, they had some that were really big and some that were smaller. This was this was the third smallest one. So it's kind of like right in the middle. They had like 6 different sizes, but about 50 different tunes. And those tunes, then some of the metal was, because this is powder coated aluminum. And so, some of them were different colors. This just happens to be green. But I was just so thrilled when I saw this. And now, yeah, this was a little pricey. I'll be honest with you. This was $79, but there is a reason why I wanted it. And that is because of this window behind me. See, we feed the birds. We feed the birds year round. And so even though the bird feeders are not all that close to this window, we've probably had in the last year 6 birds that have just flown right on into the window. And we know of 2 of them that totally were dead. And another one was stunned, but my husband was able to move it to a safe place, and it was okay. As soon as it kind of regained itself, it was able to fly away. But yeah, and I read an article that said that if you have a window that they keep wanting to fly into, no matter what you do, then get some wind chimes. And so I've been wanting wind chimes, but you don't find the beautiful ones very often, and this is absolutely beautiful. And like I said, these are, it says that it's powder coated aluminum, the chimes are, and this is guaranteed for a lifetime. I was just so thrilled. They had so many to choose from, so many beautiful sounds. I could have spent all day just listening to the wind chimes. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, and yeah, we'll move on to our devotion. The title to today's devotion is Trust in a Greater Force. And our Bible verse is found in Isaiah 55, verses 8 and 9. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, nor are your ways my ways, says the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Have you ever flown a kite? It can be fascinating. I personally have never flown a kite, but I have watched people flying kites. And it's fascinating to watch and experience people flying kites. They unravel the string and test the height of the kite in the wind, because there's different winds. And this is the first problem that they need to solve in order to successfully fly their kite. And it is actually a vital skill, for this determines how much string should be surrendered to the wind and how high the kite will fly. The more length of string surrendered to the wind, the higher the kite will fly, though the one flying the kite has a lot less control. The kite will soar to even greater heights the more they surrender that string and make it longer so the kite can go higher. This is a wonderful analogy of growing in the Christian life. The realization of surrendering our control to trust in a greater force. For the kite flyer, they surrender control to the wind. For the Christian, we surrender control to the Holy Spirit. C.S. Lewis writes in his book, Mere Christianity, "To what will you look for help if you will not look to that which is stronger than yourself?" I want to encourage you to trust God with the areas in your life that may be confusing or areas that may be in turmoil, rather than trying to control this yourself. Surrender your control to the one who has control. This will take humility and trust. But remember, as we read in today's Bible verse, his ways are higher than our ways. You see, just like the kite, we can choose to surrender our control to the wind. However, unlike the wind, which is always changing, we can put our hope in God, who is consistent and never changes. We can choose to surrender control, knowing that his way is far greater than our own way. And by choosing to trust and allow the Lord control, we will soar to far greater heights. So I want to encourage you today to surrender what you're trying to control and trust God. Trust him with your present moment in whatever difficulties, whatever turmoil, whatever chaos you may be fighting in your life. God bless, and I will talk to you in the next video.